Welcome to the speaking section of IELTS examination. My name is Sapna Dhanuja and today I would be your examiner for this part of the test. And this test would be recorded.
Good morning, Sapna.
May I know your full name?
My full name is Ravi Ashish Patoa.
How may I address you?
You can address me by Ravi, please.
May I see your ID, please?
Yes, please. It's my passport.
Where do you come from, Ravi?
So I come from a small town in the state called Haryana, from India, of course, and there is called Tohana.
Okay, can you define your town a little?
So my town is a small town located in the southwest side of my state, and it is most famous for its canals. It's called the town of canals because there are more than 7 canals that starts from my town, and it goes for the irrigations in all the close by neighborhoods. And the best part is about, like, because of these canals, the western part of our state have been a very green part of the state.
Okay. What subjects did you study in the past?
So I come from the engineering background, and I have done my bachelor's from England in electrical and electronics, and I have done my master's from Australia, which is in electronics as well. And I guess that's the only reason my accent has been coming out, because I have been staying abroad for more than 10 years.
Are you working or studying?
Presently, I'm working. I finished my studies back in 2019 with a master's in electronics, and after that I was pursuing my job back in Australia. I came to see my mother in here, but because of the pandemic, I'm stranded in India from past 2 years. But from past 1 year, I'm working in one of the Indian companies.
Okay. Have you ever done water sports?
Yes, personally, I love all type of adventures, including the crafting, I guess river draftings as well, and the other things I like is mountaineering as well, trekking. I have done many trekkings in India as well as abroad, and one of my favorite trekking I would say is in Nepal.
Okay. What water sport you like doing?
So personally, I go for the river rafting. It's very adventurous, and there are many places in India that you can go for the river rafting.
Are water sports popular in India?
Yes, like it wasn't there in the past, but especially from past decade, it have been grown vividly, especially in the northern side of India.
Okay, what kind of water sports you want to try?
I will surely want to try, I would say, the paragliding, and which is you do on the sea surface, and that's the one thing which I haven't tried yet. I will surely want to try it soon.
Okay. Yes, few questions will be based on area you live in.
Sure.
Do you like the area you live in?
I personally love that area because the best part about it is it's a small town, and the people are quite open-minded, and they want to live all together, and I haven't heard anything about the communal differences in past.
What are some changes in the area over a decade?
I guess the broad changes have come in past decades, especially with respect to the road and the kind of constructions they have done, especially the improvement in the markets. But still the process is slow thanks to the government, but I'm hoping things will get better in coming times.
Okay. Few questions will be based on voice.
Sure.
Has your voice ever changed?
Yes, it's changed. I guess every human being's voice changes based on the kind of place or the kind of conditions you're in. For example, if you're angry, of course you will be loud, but if you are not, then you will be in your normal voice.
Okay. Is your voice similar to your parents?
Of course not. I guess nobody's voice is similar to anybody, whether it's parents or brothers and sisters. Everybody have their individual and different voice.
Do you like your voice?
I love my voice, yes. I personally enjoy singing, and yeah, I guess everybody should be loving yourself first, only then you can love others as well.
Do you like to record your voice?
Not that often, but if people want to record, they can. I don't like to record my voice.
Does anyone in your family have similar voice?
Not similar to me, but I would say my dad used to have little bit similarity. Yeah.
Okay. Few questions will be based on planning. Do you make plans every day?
Not every day, I would say, but I do try to make a weekly plans that what exactly I'm going to do in the week, how I'm gonna distribute my week in the activities I love to do and activities which are required for my work as well.
Are you good at managing time, Ravi?
I try my level best. I'm not gonna say I'm good, but I try my level best to manage time. Yeah.
What is the latest plan you made?
Latest plan I made was I'm planning to give IELTS exam, and for that, because it's been so long, about 12 years last time I conducted the IELTS exam, and things have changed drastically because I want to apply for the permanent residency in Canada, so IELTS exam is necessary. So I guess to give more time to the IELTS test is the plan, which is like increase
What is the
research.
hardest part about making plans?
Hardest part is implementing on those plans is the hardest thing to do, because we make too many plans, but implementing on it is one of the toughest things.
True. Okay, Ravi. This is the end of the part 1.
Thank
So
you.
you'll be given a cue card
Sure.
and you'll be given 2 minutes to plan your answer.
Sure.
And if you wish to make notes, you can.
Thank you.
Okay, Ravi. Now we can start it.
So first thing first, I guess the famous person that I am interested and I want to talk about is Steven Gerrard. As I being a football fan from a very young age, thanks to my father who had an interest. And it was the first time I traveled abroad was back in 1998 with my parents. And that was the first time my cousin from England, he took me to one of the biggest clubs, and because he used to be a sport at club as well, which was Liverpool. So that's one of the most famous and one of the biggest clubs in the world. And there for the first time, I seen the player whom I have been a consistent fan called Steven Gerrard. He started his career at the age of 16 in the Liverpool, and he stayed there till the age of 34, till his retirement. So that's more than 18 years he survived in just one club, and he helped to build that club, made that club what it is today. He won more than 18 trophies in his career, which motivates me to give everything, whatever I want to achieve, and that's what his goal was. The best part about his life is that he comes from a real poor background, but because of his hard work and consistency, he built a very luxury and great life for himself. The best part about him is he always gives whatever he have got to the society in the form of helping the poor who can't afford the coaching. He had built an academy which provides free coaching for the underprivileged kids. And at present, because of his achievements and all the things he have experienced and achieved in his life, he has been just recently granted the managerial post for one of the clubs in Premier League in England, which is Everton, right? So he's doing his level best. In past 3 months, he have very decent record with more than 70% of win rate. And these are few things which really make me attract towards him and learn that how much if you have a passion, you just need to follow it blindly. And the best part about him is he do everything to give back to the society, which is a very important thing for every human being, that he or she have to do it. And if he have succeeded, then he surely have to give back to the society.
Okay, thank you, Ravi.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Okay, few follow-ups are there. What type of people are famous in your country?
So if I'm talking about India, I guess the cricketers are the most famous people in my country. And because people just love cricket, they have a special place of that sport in their heart, because of the players and iconic players like Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, Sourav Ganguly.
So, do you think that only the cricketers are mostly famous in your country, not any other category?
Yeah, like now, I guess the people are getting interested towards the other sports. But if I say still, overall people, the overall population of India, they still go crazy for the cricket.
How do people become famous nowadays?
I guess getting famous is getting very easy in today's world, right? You just need one clip and you can be famous on the social media. Once you are famous on the social media, there are more than 900 million people in India who are active on the social media. So it's very easy to get famous in today's world.
Okay, besides the social media clips, what other ways a person can become famous?
If he or she have achieved an extraordinary achievement, for example, I'll give you a recent example of one of the Olympians called Neeraj Chopra. So he have been the first javelin thrower as an athlete who have won an individual gold medal in an Olympics, and in a day he have gone just from nobody to the one.
Okay, what is the difference between people who were famous earlier and who are famous nowadays?
I guess the biggest difference I would see is the social media, because back in the days they didn't have the technology, they didn't have the support or the media by which they can count how many people follows them. But thanks to the social media today, like Facebook, Twitter, people know like that many million people follows a special individual.
What qualities do famous people have in common?
I guess the humbleness is the most important thing which is required. No matter what, like how successful you are, you should be always very grounded. Only then you can really enjoy the success.
So this is the only quality which we find.
I guess one of the most important qualities. There can be some other qualities as well,
Like what?
People, like if you're famous and rich enough, you should always help who are not privileged enough, right? For example, helping them in the form of like providing education, providing funds so that they can continue their studies, you know.
But what qualities you find common in the famous people? Some common qualities.
I guess common quality in the famous people is like they do charity if they have too much of success. Maybe just to be in the limelight. But some who are like genuinely they want to help the society. So I guess this is one of the most common features. Yeah.
What do you think about nepotism amongst the famous people?
Yeah, nepotism is one of the biggest problems, especially I would say in the Indian film industry. Because no matter what, but the biggest problem I would say is with the citizens of India, because they always want to see actor's son or actress's daughter or son to succeed. They always motivate. But if an individual who is doing a hard work and doesn't have any godfather, he or she wanna come, they don't support him or her that often, right?
Do you really think that it happens in only film industry, not in any other sector?
I guess the majority of things which I see, of course it happens everywhere, but I guess the limelight which film industry gets, the other does not. As I'll give you an example, it usually happens in the business sector as well, especially the industrialists. They just give the whole thing to their kids. I don't blame them. Of course, they want to keep the things in their family, but they should always they should also support the people who have done their bit and have shown that they are capable of doing things.
They should, but they are not doing
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ravi.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much. Cheers.